Hey Siri. Uh-huh. Tell me a joke. Why did the computer catch a cold? Because it had too many windows open. That wasn't quite what I was expecting. Okay, Siri, tell me another joke. How many software developers does it take to change a light bulb? None. It's a hardware issue. Clearly, Siri decided to prank me and went all geeky on me. You see, it's an exciting time to be alive today. Machines do incredible things that we previously thought only humans could. Artificial intelligence, or AI in short, has ushered an era of innovation and disruption, the likes of which we have never witnessed before. It's transforming industries, upending economies, and pushing the limits of our boundaries and imagination, extending what the art of the possible was as we previously envisioned. It's everywhere, from Siri telling us geeky jokes to self-driving cars taking us to the grocery store. It is as though we are living in a science fiction movie. Of course, without the aliens and the flying cars part. In this age of technical mojo, where machines can make predictions, recommendations, and decisions for us, isn't leadership an archaic and obsolete idiosyncrasy of a bygone era? Or is leadership still pertinent for this new age? My answer is a vehement yes! Leadership is absolutely quintessential in this new dawn of age. Machine learning algorithms learn to get better, more robust, and more accurate with data. So should leaders learn to adapt and develop new skills and mindsets. My prescription to leaders in this new age is regenerative learning. Regenerative learning. Regenerative learning is a leadership development approach that equips leaders with the tools to cope with the constantly shifting technological, environmental, economical, societal, and leadership challenges. It offers leaders a broad portfolio of skills and behaviors to lead individuals, organizations, or even global societies. Regenerative learning extends a dynamic spectrum, a continuum that extends two complementary dimensions, one of analysis and the other of artistry. At one end of the spectrum is the analytical dimension, which represents the master builders who meticulously strategize, architect, plan, and build the complex AI technologies. On the other end is the artistic spectrum, which represents the skilled master Renaissance painters who blended their imagination, inspiration, and ingenuity to create the historical masterpieces. Now let us zoom in on the analytical dimension. This dimension covers the obligatory technical, functional, and industry-specific skills that leaders need to demonstrate. Today, leaders need to be tech-savvy. Gone are the days when leaders could say, I don't know much about computers or technology, and get away with it. No, not in this age. In this age, if you're not technically proficient, you risk losing your leadership status to your smart washing machine or even smart refrigerator. A few years ago, I had an interesting conversation with my fellow passenger during a long flight. He asked me about my profession, and I told him I was a management consultant. He was impressed. Then he asked me what I considered the most valuable consulting skill was. That was a tricky question, but I took time to deliberate, and I told him communicating complex strategies to busy executives in simple terms what was I considered the most valuable consulting skill. Then he pointed to my fountain pen and asked me to explain its workings in simple terms. I'm an engineer by training. Explaining the workings of a simple fountain pen should be easy, right? So I thought. But when I started to explain, I realized that I did not quite know much about how a fountain pen actually worked. This time, though, he was not impressed. Well, then I went back and did my research and discovered that this simple fountain pen is an engineering masterpiece. It's a complex engineering masterpiece. Everything from the nib and cartridge design to the capillary action and grooves that control the ink flow should be perfectly designed, engineered, and assembled so that we can have a smooth and seamless writing experience. This interaction taught me one important thing, a most valuable important thing. As leaders, there is a deep chasm in our knowledge between what we think we know but what we actually do. As AI becomes pervasive in all walks of life, leaders cannot just throw around buzzwords and pretend knowledge in AI and get away with it. Today, leaders must take time to understand AI. Knowing how AI works will make you help better strategic decisions. It's like riding a car. You don't have to be a mechanic that understands everything about engines, tires, and all that. But knowing how an engine actually works could definitely make you a better driver. Now let's revisit the artistic dimension of the spectrum. This dimension covers the entire palette of human emotions and interactions in an AI-infused environment. AI can crunch numbers faster than a child or a toddler can eat cookies or chocolates. But can it inspire a team, solve office drama, or convince your boss to give you a raise? Probably not. AI understands neither the complexity and richness of human emotions nor the intricate web of human relationships. A few years ago, I oversaw a mobile application development project for a large global bank. When I reviewed the prototype of the app, I found something missing. What I considered the most important feature of an app was the help menu. I missed help menu. I immediately called the designer and said, hey, this app lacks a help menu. The designer was very, very, very upset and annoyed. She came like a raging bull to me and didn't hide that she was displeased. She said one thing, Mithun, look, if users need a help menu to navigate this app, then I've done a terrible job designing it. I never expected that she would push back and challenge me, right? But then this interaction taught me something very important. When building technologies that enhance human lives, it's incredibly important to include emotions and diverse perspectives. This is crucial because first, it promotes inclusive leadership. Second, it guides us on the responsible and ethical use of AI. Two crucial things that help us understand and appreciate the ramification and implication of AI on the broader human society. Now I'm going to share two scenarios to demonstrate how regenerative learning with its analysis and artistic spectrum help leaders make the right choices and navigate this brand new world of AI. Imagine you are in a high-stakes meeting. You're deciding the future of your company. And just about to make this groundbreaking decision, your AI assistant suddenly pops up and says, I've calculated that there's a 73% chance that your decision is going to ruin your company and lead to a catastrophic failure. Upon hearing this decision or recommendation, you're faced with a dilemma. Is your AI assistant right or wrong? Should you heed your AI assistant or stick with your own decision? What should you do? My recommendation is, when AI speaks, remember that its recommendations may be inaccurate, incorrect, or even lack important context. Use your critical thinking skills during such scenarios. And more importantly, recognize that such AI assistants have technical boundaries within which they operate. Sometimes you just have to base your decisions on your human instincts and gut feelings. Next, it turns out that your AI assistants start making decisions without your consent, like ordering 1,000 buckets of green paint for your office because your AI assistant read a recently published report that the color green enhances office productivity. Should you allow your assistant to undertake such initiatives? Should you allow your AI assistants to make decisions? And if so, how far should you empower your AI assistants? My recommendation at this point is keep a tight leash on your AI assistants. They are like pets, but somewhat more unpredictable. They absolutely need digital obedience training. Never allow your AI assistant to make autonomous decisions. You are the boss, not a serf to your AI overlord. So, what did we learn from all these AI shenanigans? For one, it's not here to take your job away. It's here to make your job easier, more efficient, and maybe a little bit funnier. In the 18th century, industrialization did not eliminate jobs. Instead, it shifted focus from manual labor to technical expertise. In the 20th century, the computers and the internet did not eliminate jobs. Instead, they created new roles that required specialized knowledge of information technology. Today, there's a common misconception that AI will make the human expertise redundant. However, this belief often overlooks the nuanced relationship that always existed between humans and machines. We create technologies to serve us, not replace us. It is our thought leadership that led to the rise of machines in the first place. Consequently, technical and emotional expertise are more crucial in this age than in previous ages. All ages, upgrades are extremely relevant, pivotal to stay relevant. Regenerative learning is the upgrade that leaders need to manage the very demands of this new era. It's not just the leaders who have to prepare, learn, and adapt. The age of AI has democratized opportunities, but only those who are prepared can harness the many opportunities and the compelling benefits that this age has to offer. And we as a society have to change our attitudes and posture towards AI while we retain authentic human qualities. We have to accept AI as a partner, not as a rival. We need to rejoice and relax when we lose to AI at a game of chess, Go, Jeopardy, or some other board game with the comfort that we are their creators, we are their parents. We also need to make strategic choices about AI that will shape the future for generations to come. My appeal to you is this: to understand the mechanics of a world where AI is so embedded in all our interactions, augment your analytical skills. To shape AI into a major force and a flywheel for the greater societal good, nurture your artistic sensibilities. To transform the world through AI and human-machine partnership, embrace regenerative learning. In the future, do you think AI can replicate human emotions? But for now, if Siri tells you a silly, geeky joke, just smile and laugh. Be a human and accept her shortcomings. You definitely don't want to disappoint her.